Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, Kelly and Mark Official, and new video. I hope everyone is well and having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. That's what morning television is supposed to be. Safe, easy, forgettable. But behind the bright lights of live, the laughter hasn't always been real, and the drama hasn't always stayed off camera. Because for every cheerful celebrity interview, there was a shocking exit. For every feel-good moment, there was a backstage betrayal. For every Good Morning America, there was a storm brewing behind the scenes. Co-hosts vanished overnight. Friendships fractured. Announcements blindsided the nation. And more than once, the show's future hung by a thread. Yet somehow, through 25 years of chaos, controversy, and headline-making shakeups, one person never left her chair. One person never stopped smiling. One person quietly became the glue holding it all together. Live has an amazing penchant for finding itself in the eye of the storm, which stands in stark contrast to the show's foundation, which is founded on morning sunshine, coffee mugs, and joyful chatter. Over a span of 25 years, Kelly Ripa has established herself in the midst of this turbulent environment. She is always cheerful, stable, and quick with a joke, and she is frequently required to manage turbulence that would bring down weaker hosts. It is expected that daytime television will be risk-free, predictable in nature. This is the essential nourishment for your soul. However, Live has rarely delivered on its promises. A history of shocking departures, on-air conflict, backroom power battles, and headline-grabbing drama lies behind the laughter and celebrity interviews. These events are what transformed the most laid-back talk show in the United States into one of the most talked-about talk shows in the country. In the midst of everything, Kelly Ripa remained steadfast. She remained Kelly Ripa. Now that her employment has officially reached the 25-year mark, it is difficult to commemorate her legacy without recalling the most significant controversies that made Live what it is today and nearly brought it to its knees. This is mainly because Live demonstrated the following. Primetime television can be just as emotional as morning television. How it all began. A soap star makes their debut on morning television. In 2001, when Kelly Ripa first began appearing on Live with Regis and Kathie Lee, most people anticipated she would not remain on the show or redefine an era. The role of Haley Vaughn on All My Children brought her the most fame. She was cheerful and charismatic, but she had no experience working in unscripted television. Already, Regis Philbin had established himself as a legendary figure. What about the pressure? Incredible in size. Their concern was that she would be too young, excessively buoyant, way too dissimilar. In contrast, she ended up being precisely what the show required at that moment. Her relationship with Regis was a unique blend of exuberance, acuteness, and complete naturalness. However, the first of many unforeseen storms would soon shake what began as a dream match. The first controversy was Regis Philbin's unexpected departure in 2011. In 2011, the announcement of Regis Philbin's retirement shocked audiences. And what surprised them even more than that? Kelly appeared to be taken aback. According to the reports that appeared, she had not been informed about Regis's choice at an early stage. The interviews revealed a hint of bruised feelings among the participants. It seemed as though the transition was hurried, clumsy, and undone. Although Regis had left with a farewell tour after nearly 3 decades, something did not feel quite right. People speculated that, was there a sense of tension? Aware of this, Kelly? The producers did a lousy job of handling it. Later, Kelly stated that the event seemed like the end of a relationship. Suddenly, Liv felt cold and unwelcoming for the first time. It had a delicate look. The never-ending co-host carousel is the contentious second controversy. Following Regis' departure, the show transitioned into what viewers humorously referred to as the Bachelor Daytime Edition. There was an ongoing round of guest hosts, people who act, the athletes, the comedians, hosts of the news. Each week, a new individual steps into the role. Is that Kelly? They were repeatedly forced to rebuild the chemistry from the ground up. While there were some combinations that were successful, others were a complete failure. The ratings were off. The viewers became increasingly irritated. After a period of stability, the show began to appear uncertain. Behind the scenes, there were rumors that those with insider knowledge were having debates about who should permanently join. Was it an option that required creativity or a lack of network agreement? No matter what happened, it resulted in an identity crisis. Kelly appeared to be acting less like a co-host and more like the solitary anchor that was preventing the ship from deviating from its course for the very first time. The Michael Strahan shock, 2012-2016, is the third matter of contention. The announcement of Michael Strahan, a former NFL star, joining the show as a permanent co-host elicited evident relief. He was quite endearing. It's funny. It is warm. The chemistry he shares with Kelly is truly captivating. Right away, the audience adored them. The ratings went back up. At one point, Live with Kelly and Michael appeared to be experiencing a renaissance. However, fissures were beginning to appear behind the scenes. Afterwards, it was reported that their relationship was not as smooth off camera as it appeared on screen. Creative differences, there are conflicts in the schedule, the strain is increasing. However, nothing could have adequately prepared the audience for what was to come. Confrontation number 4 was the blindsided exit, which became known as the most talked about moment in daytime television in 2016. April of the year 2016. It was a typical morning, and then all of a sudden, Michael Strahan made the announcement that he was going to leave for Good Morning America. There was no sign of Kelly. Kelly had taken a day off. Several accounts suggest that she remained oblivious to the situation. During the explosion of the tail, America watched. The co-host of a national show was surely informed that her partner wanted to leave. The next day, Kelly did not show up for work. Or the following one. According to the headlines, the phrase Kelly furious, the phrase Kelly feels betrayed, the phrase Kelly may quit. When she finally returned, she handled the situation in a composed yet direct manner. The concepts of respect and communication were discussed by her. I did not feel angry. It was even more terrible. It was frigid. It turned out to be one of the most unsettling chapters in the history of daytime television. After several weeks, Strahan left. Once upon a time, their chemistry was effortless, and supporters took a stance. Life was on the verge of collapsing for the first time in its history. Controversy number 5, the debate involving Ryan Seacrest in 2017. A range of opinions greeted the announcement that Ryan Seacrest would be the next permanent co-host. Indeed, he left a lasting impression. A trained expert, skilled and knowledgeable. The detractors, however, questioned, was he able to spare some time? Does it have a genuine feel about it? Was he too corporate for your liking? Controversy then emerged from the outside. Charges regarding Seacrest's behavior in the workplace appeared not long after he joined the company. Seacrest disputed the charges, and investigations did not find any evidence to support them. All of a sudden, the program was thrust into yet another unsettling limelight. Or should he remain? What should he do? Kelly was seen publicly supporting him. The performance continued further. Surprisingly, the combination was successful too. The conversation between them was rapid, snarky, and casual, just like that of siblings. However, the tension that surrounded his employment demonstrated that Liv was unable to avoid drama whatsoever, even when things were peaceful. Controversy number 6. Kelly always says what's on her mind, and she sometimes receives criticism for it. There has never been a time when Kelly was a safe host. She discusses in an open manner challenges in the marriage, the calamities of parenting, image of the body legislation, getting old. Occasionally, honesty is invigorating. At times, contentiousness is involved. Social media storms have been caused by casual comments over the course of many years. This joke was misunderstood. This was perceived as a critique of the opinions held, stories that have been removed from their original context. On the other hand, here's the catch. Because of those moments, she became more approachable. Kelly, in contrast to hosts who were immaculately polished, felt human. It's a mess. It's true. And this sincerity, even when it was contentious, became her greatest strength to begin with. Controversy number 7, the departure of Ryan Seacrest 2023. As soon as things started to seem more stable, according to Ryan, he was about to leave. It's like deja vu. Fans prepared themselves for yet another messy hunt. This time, however, Kelly's reveal stunned everyone. Rather than having a celebrity co-host, Kelly offered an alternative. Mark Consuelos, her spouse, took over the marriage on a permanent basis. A favoritism? Perhaps. Are you at ease? Unquestionably. However, what had the potential to be contentious ended up being something that was quite delightful. The spark between them was undeniable. Live, for the first time in years, did not have the sensation of being a place of employment. It had the feel of a family. Kelly Ripa's unassuming strength and resilience, the real story. The following are the reasons why the 25-year milestone is so remarkable. It is not a drama. It is not the exits. It's not exactly the news, which is this: Kelly did not leave. For each and every change in co-hosting, every irritating cycle of the press, every rumor was published in a tabloid, every unpleasant moment that transpired on air was scrutinized. It was she who appeared. He smiled. He ensured that the show continued to air. No, that is not luck. That demonstrates resiliency. Television in the morning requires consistency, and Kelly became the only person who remained consistent. Regis took off. Strahan departed. Seacrest has departed. Neither did Kelly. She turned and became the main attraction. How the controversies have actually been beneficial. Surprisingly, it's possible that Liv managed to withstand the upheaval, since controversy ensured that it remained relevant. Although talk programs are disappearing overnight in the media landscape, Liv continued to be in the news. Arguments were made regarding it, concerned themselves with it, discussed it in detail. With regard to television, it is essential to pay attention. Every scandal, every unexpected departure, and every unpleasant moment turned a cozy morning show into a television program that everyone had to watch. Certainly not because it was flawless, due to the fact that it was unpredictable. After a quarter of a century, the show has left a lasting legacy. She is more than just a host these days, Kelly Ripa, a pillar of society she is. She serves as a bridge connecting various eras. Initially, it was Regis, followed by Michael, Ryan, and finally Mark. She transitioned from using flip phones to TikTok. She transitioned from the chaotic world of streaming to the realm of appointment TV. When others became obsolete, she adapted. As she progressed, she did not lose her identity. And perhaps this is the reason why fans continue to tune in, for the sake of perfection. For Kelly, however, having a sharp wit, her sense of humor is marked by a self-deprecating quality. Her honesty often makes one wonder, did she really just say that? In a world when smiles are contrived, she seems genuine. Liv is a beautiful mess, and these are some final thoughts. When you look back at Live over the past quarter of a century, you won't just watch a discussion program. You are going to see goodbyes, tears, surprises, and mistakes occur. The ability to reinvent and persevere. Significant controversies did not disrupt the program. They constructed it. It is molded by them. They compelled the evolution. Kelly Ripa was at the center of it all, smiling through the chaos and carrying the show. A quarter of a century later, the message is unmistakable. Changes may occur in the co-host lineup. It's possible that studios will change. Formats are subject to change. However, you live without Kelly. The only dispute that supporters probably wouldn't be able to tolerate is that one. 25 years later, Liv isn't just a morning show. It's a survivor story. And Kelly Ripa isn't just a host anymore. She's the heartbeat that kept it alive when everything else fell apart. From Regis to Strahan, from Seacrest to Consuelos, from shocking exits to headline scandals. The chair next to her kept changing, but she never did. And maybe that's the real reason audiences still tune in every morning, because after all the drama, Kelly still feels like home. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our Kelly and Mark official YouTube channel for more updated